covered a lot of things, and let's fix the early problems first. Number one, and I believe this is your grip, like we mentioned earlier. It's not, I had mine. Dead shut. The club can only go across the line and too steep. So you go toe up, and you're working on in the yard, you're getting a toe up, but that's mandatory. This is, and then we got kind of this bunched thing where you got the width of somebody at 5'6". The elbow's down. That's good. I like the bend of that elbow, except the club is actually across the line. If you'd completed it to horizontal, it'd be way across the line. But now on the takeaway, your right hip pocket is against the back wall, so that's fine. That's really good. Good shoulder tilt. A lot of good things going on here. Your head had rotated perfectly, so a lot of good things. So the death move here, which is too steep, forces you into lift and save. Inconsistency comes from you go from the red thing. Now you're outside the plane, so this is going to be a pull. This is why you're see how that's outside the plane? Too steep. It's going to be a pull unless you try to save it. Even here, your butt is coming away from the back wall a bit, and then at impact, it's probably, 4 inches. And I agree, it's probably a little better than it was. We still need to work on it. If you get a chair on the driving range backed up, and it's hard to hit with a chair, but put a chair behind you, take a practice swing, push the chair away, step up an inch to the ball and hit. That's what Pernice did for 3 months straight in our driving range. He actually had one of those mirrors that I have, used that as the butt board. And like we said, you have the good, post impact is perfect, pro quality. So I would just focus on changing those and see your butt goes like this. Now from the other angle, a little wider stance.
And get that width in the left.
Yeah. See, we lose the width. Width is fine here, and then gradually the left breaks down, and the right elbow tries to protect the armpit, right? So the idea is you air out the armpit as long as the elbow is pointed down. You're in good shape. So, and like we said, here we're just a little bunched, lose some width. A wider stance will give you better angles here. And then you come down. I like to see, let's don't worry about this. This is for future. But I like to see this knee.
A little flexed.
Yeah, it looks like it's flexed, but it's just a little late. At this point, the good guys, their knees are like here. See how Woods is caved in there. His hands are about chest high, and he's moved it off like 5 inches. And an impact, he's probably a foot off. So I like to see a little earlier move, aggressive move, and then this thing we got to fix. You don't really ever post up there, and that'll fix a lot of problems. It gets rid of that little sit down move. See, this is good, Holmes. Really good. That isn't as good.
Okay.
And that's it. Biggest thing is the butt, to be honest. And if you keep the club there, start the lower body, it'll shallow it out. That takes care of that.